Welcome. Here is a rundown of war in Ukraine. Putin evokes Stalingrad battle as he vows victory in Ukraine war. Russian President Vladimir Putin has evoked a famous World War II victory over the Nazis to rally his nation while predicting a Russian triumph in the war in Ukraine. Marking the 80th anniversary of the World War II Soviet victory over Nazi German forces in the Battle of Stalingrad, Putin laid a wreath at the eternal flame of the memorial complex to the fallen Red Army soldiers in Volgograd, the current name of the city. Unfortunately, we see that the ideology of Nazism in its modern form and manifestation again directly threatens the security of our country, he said in a speech on Thursday. Again and again we have to repel the aggression of the collective West. Putin and other Russian officials frequently characterize Ukraine as a hotbed of neo-Nazi beliefs, although Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is of Jewish descent. Putin also lambasted Germany for helping to arm Kiev and said he was ready to draw on Russia's entire arsenal, which includes nuclear weapons. It's incredible, but it's a fact, they are threatening us again with German Leopard tanks with crosses painted on their armor, Putin said. EU's top brass prepares for summit with Zelensky in Kiev. European Union leaders have arrived in Kiev for talks with Ukraine's government, bringing the promise of new sanctions against Russia but disappointing Ukraine's hopes for swift membership to the EU. The head of the group's executive commission, Ursula von der Leyen, arrived in Kiev by train on Thursday, a symbolic journey to demonstrate support for Ukraine as the first anniversary of Russia's February 24 invasion nears. Zelensky has urged the EU to impose more punitive measures against Russia, but the 10th round of sanctions the bloc is preparing for the anniversary are likely to fall short of the Kiev government's demands. Today, we reached a very important mutual understanding, Zelensky said in his Thursday night video address. That only together, a strong Ukraine and a strong European Union, can we defend the life that we value, and through our further integration, provide energy and motivation for our people to fight on regardless of obstacles and threats. The gathering is the first of its kind to take place in Kiev since the Russian invasion. EU states have offered Kiev political, economic and military backing throughout the war, and von der Leyen told reporters during a news conference on Thursday alongside Zelensky that existing sanctions were eroding Russia's economy and throwing it back by a generation. And, US alleges Chinese spy balloon flew over sensitive military sites. The Pentagon says it is tracking a suspected Chinese surveillance balloon spotted over United States airspace, reviving tensions between the two powers just days before the top US diplomat's visit to Beijing. The United States government has detected and is tracking a high-altitude surveillance balloon that is over the continental United States right now, Pentagon spokesperson Brigadier General Patrick Ryder told reporters on Friday. US officials claimed the balloon was flying over sensitive sites to collect information. There are reports military leaders decided against shooting it down over the state of Montana because of the risk of falling debris.